KWL fans, boy do we have a good one today. I am excited to bring to you the 2024 series deciding Game 5 KWL Championship game with the number 1 seeded Diablos matching up against the number 2 seeded Bad Boyz. Before we jump into this condensed championship game, let's talk about the two teams and how they got here. First, we have the 19-3 Diablos who won their first regular season title in the modern era, which dates back to 2018. The Diablos franchise goes way back and leads the league with the most championships with 5, with their last one being in 2019. Despite not winning since then, they've appeared in 2 of the last 3 championship series, making 2024 their 3rd appearance in 4 years. To make it here today, they swept the Flying Monkeys in the semifinals, winning a big 16-0 and 7-1 game. Nate Thompson and AJ Tate pitched nearly perfect, and Kyle Owen and AJ Tate both had offensive days, hitting 3 combined home runs and 13 combined RBIs. Also noteworthy, in the regular season, they beat the 2-time defending champs, the Legends, winning 3 of those 4 games they played as well. Their roster is made up from their captain and 2024 Cy Wiffle winner, Nate Thompson, longtime Diablo and perennial Gold Glove candidate in Kyle Owen, second-year player and talented lefty in Michael Scoffin, and 2 second-year Diablo players but longtime KWL vets in perennial all-stars in Thomas Scheffert and AJ Tate. This team had an incredible year, really hanging their hats on their deep pitching and hitting depth. Yes, Nate Thompson is the bona fide ace, only giving up 1 run across 10 games leading up to this championship series, but outside of him, AJ Tate has been one of the best number 2 arms in the league this year, and both Thomas Scheffert and Kyle Owen have pitched meaningful innings, and you could make the argument that they both could be number 2 arms or even aces on a lot of the other teams. Now, let's switch to the number 2 seeded Bad Boyz, going 16-5-1 and having their best season yet since their start in 2022. This is their first championship appearance after a disappointing first-round playoff loss in both 2022 and 2023 against the Chuckers and Flying Monkeys. The Bad Boyz got here by sweeping the 2-time defending champion Legends in convincing fashion, winning by 4 runs in both games, despite only beating them once in the regular season. Grant Miller and Artom combined for a Game 1 shutout while also combining for all 3 Bad Boyz home runs in that series. Their roster is made up of Captain Lance Owen, who is a former Diablo and brother of Diablo's Kyle Owen, longtime KWL vet David Ayres, who was in the 2024 Sawyer Behen discussion, first-year Bad Boy and perennial all-star Zach Milbourne, young rising KWL talent in Sawyer Behen, 2024 MVP and Yellow Slugger in Artom, and the former 2023 Yellow Slugger in Grant Miller. Despite an early season arm injury to Sawyer Behen, the Bad Boyz returned David Ayres and Grant Miller to full health on the mound after health issues that limited both of their past 2 seasons. However, the big storyline was the progression seen by Artom, who solidified himself as an elite 2-way player in 2024. And as well, the addition of a lefty slugger, Zach Milbourne, who arguably had the best offensive season this year outside of his teammate Artom. Now, let's flip our attention to this series and talk about games 1 through 4 and the headlines. The Diablos and Bad Boyz matchup has quickly become one of the best rivalries in the KWL. The Diablos lead the series going 8-5-1, but this is a series that seems to always be super competitive and always a little extra chippy, especially when you factor in the Lance vs. Kyle Owen brother battle that we see in every series. Another interesting point was the unexpected injuries and inactive statuses of players. First, for the Diablos, they unexpectedly missed Thomas Scheffert for Game 3, as he was the anticipated starter. And for the Bad Boyz, Grant Miller came down with an arm injury after his semifinal pitching appearance against Legends. So that shifted how the Bad Boyz would come into this series and how they utilized their pitching staff. Game 1 was an absolute thriller with a matchup with the Cy Wiffle and Nate Thompson versus the MVP and Artom. That led to a Diablos walk-off in the last inning after a failed diving catch attempt by Artom, which would have gotten the game into extras. Diablos would also take Game 2 with a big 12-0 4-inning mercy in an AJ Tate vs. David Ayres matchup. Most noteworthy was the Diablos being afforded the opportunity to allow AJ Tate to only throw 3 2/3 innings, which then would allow him to be available in Game 4 instead of Game 5 due to the pitching limit rules. Going into Game 3, the Diablos were up 2-0 and received big news with Thomas Scheffert being a surprise inactive, not being able to make the game, which forced the Diablos to use Kyle Owen. On the flip side, the Bad Boyz only had Zach Milbourne available to pitch, as both Rank and Ayres were unable to pitch due to limiting limits, and Grant Miller and Sawyer Behen both being injured. Milbourne would deliver and pitch the game of his life with a clutch complete game gem, only allowing 1 run, scattering 4 hits and 1 walk en route to a 7-1 victory. This pushed the series to a Game 4. The Bad Boyz, still facing elimination, would elect to throw Artom rank, and the Diablos elected to save their ace in Thompson in case of a Game 5 and decided to pitch Tate. Artom would pitch a 6th inning, 1-hitter, and tack on a home run himself to force a Game 5 with a convincing 6-0 victory. So there you have it, folks. Let's jump into Game 5, where the Diablos will start their ace in Thompson, who has only given up 1 run in his last 40-plus innings, and the Bad Boyz shockingly elected to throw Sawyer Behen, who hadn't thrown 1 inning in 2025 due to a shoulder surgery. So grab your popcorn and let's get rolling.
Little nervous tutor, huh?
Yeah. Good lead! Come on, baby!
A boy!
Tagging!
Good swing. Good swing. What a beat! What a beat!
Let's go! Come on! Ah! Yeah! Yes, sir! Are you fucking kidding me, baby? He's him. You kidding me? Let's go! He's him. Let's go! Get out! Yes, sir!
You're seeing a zero. You're seeing a zero. Good boy. Not hurt. We're good. Good boy. Tom.
What do you say, Scoff?
Nice. Beat it. A boy.
Good cut. Nope.
It's alright. It's alright, zeros. A boy.
5 straight.
A boy.
Come on, let's go! Let's go!
A boy. That's alright, too.
Down, down!
Stand, sit.
Let's go! Dig.
Stop play! Hey, babe. Hey, babe!
I will say that every time there's quick pitches.
Run that!
Good boy.
Run that!
Yeah, I think it's fine.
It's all right.
Hey, babe! Boy! Let's go!
I
Yeah.
So they have attachments for phones. And
Get two. Boy.
Good hack, good hack.
Run that. Get three, get three, get three, get three, get four. Yeah. Score, baby, let's go. Go, 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 go. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yeah. Come on, two. Yeah, you're back. Land. Go, lads. And on the floor. Yes, sir. I told you. Good leave. At a bay. Way to work it. Tough play, tough play. Save. At a bay.